No. We are on Twitch. We're on Twitch right now, though. Yeah. I think you're all right. I think you're going to be okay. We'll have you just sit right there where your phone is and throw in the old headset. I think you've done this before, once or twice. Maybe. It's been a couple years, Kaz. I was just realizing, as Stefan Kozlov is now officially joining us, champion here in Charlottesville. Can you hear okay?
I can hear you great.
Okay.
A little nervous, though.
You really should be, obviously, because it's not like we've ever talked before.
I know.
This is the first one I've actually watched you win.
Yes.
Your
every
other
time
titles,
I win, you're not here.
Correct.
I remember that precisely.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I win the ATP Challenger. Oh, I've only won 3 or 4, but they happen to be all in the States.
Columbus and Vegas and Columbus.
Yeah, they all had to be in the exactly. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
So I think now we're good.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous about that.
It's broken. Yeah, the curse is gone.
Today, let's talk about today first, because I know you want to get to the Dolphins. I know that's very important for you.
Okay,
I'm sure you have
now
a
that
jersey.
they're up, we can talk a little bit longer.
Okay.
But only 20 seconds longer.
Today, it felt like you were firmly in control from the get-go in terms of just taking Aleks Vukic, who's had a great week, out of his patterns. Talk about the game plan to make sure he was not in a spot where he's finding multiple forehands in a row in that ad corner.
Look, it's very simple. I try to play. I try to make these guys play at what does Aleks Vukic want to come out and do today? He wants to rip inside in, inside out for and have long points. So I kind of have a general idea of how Aleks wants to play, and for me, it's kind of a combination of playing my game and also making them uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because I'm not one of those guys that comes out from first point to last point and I'm just playing my game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of trying to figure out whether it's Aleks not getting forehands and JJ with the depth. Everyone's got these things that you have to be aware of. Otherwise, you're going to make them look like they're top 20 players.
But you recognize and are very cognizant of the fact that most people don't do that and have the skill set that you have to be able to do that. You have lots of different. You have variety, a lot of variety.
Sure.
So when you approach a match, how do you break that down so you say, this game plan is going to work today, and I'm going to use this more so than I used something yesterday?
It's interesting when you go out there and you're playing. Obviously, for me, it's a big deal. Playing in these tournaments, playing in the later rounds, it's nerve-wracking, and you start to forget about simple things.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like you and I could talk about up here, and I could tell you a million things, but when I'm out there, sometimes like yesterday, I didn't make adjustments in the second set. I mean, I kept getting the ball shorter, and shorter until the guy's on top of the net. So. It's one thing, talking about it, and then it's another thing while you're out there trying to come up with those adjustments. So I just try to fall back to my big balls, to opening up the court, sneaking in, because I feel like that gives me the best chance. But like you said, it's a huge challenge when you're out there to figure out, have the awareness. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take my time, think about what I'm going to do next. And today I realized very quickly that when I'm playing aggressive and I'm playing through the court and I'm sneaking in, he's very uncomfortable going. He's what I'm trying to say. So that's kind of that.
You've been through a hell of a lot, man. And this last 3-month period has been remarkable tennis.
Yeah.
How have you done it so quickly, seemingly so quickly from the outside? Because I know it's been a long process.
Yeah. I think it's just been a long process, and like I said a couple days ago in an interview, it's just a lot of losses, a lot of hard times, a lot of tough times, and I say that in retrospect, I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot bigger problems than I have, obviously. So, but for me, I went through some tough losses. I went through some tough issues, life issues, and I just happened to come out stronger and try to take the lesson in every defeat. So last couple months have been just great. I've got around some very knowledgeable people that have helped me figure out my strengths and weaknesses, and it's just been it's sports, momentum. It's all momentum.
Yeah, but that's easy to say. But like, what is it? Because it's like it seems like it's been there, and there have been moments. Yeah. Has it been an idea of fitness? Has it really been all mental?
Mental is a huge part of it. Fitness, fitness is obviously at a high level for me. I have a long way to go with that. I feel like just to play in the high heat moments of Orlando or Australia. So that's going to be the next step for sure. And it started just being angry mentally. Just coming out here and I feel like I'm a different person out there these days. I'm trying to rip your head off. I'm really trying to establish myself, and I don't care anymore about I do, but I don't really have any. In the past, I've had moments where I start to kind of let off the gas and stuff, and just like these guys are all good, and I just try to rip their head off, try to say, come on. I don't. It's more like a UFC fight in a way, kind of, and that's helped me for whatever reason be at my best, and it took me some time to figure that out.
How do you sustain that?
How do I sustain that? Okay. Alexander Zverev's 2 in the world.
Yeah.
Riley Opelka's top 10. I'm just a matter of time before I catch these guys. I just have too much inside of me to see that, and not to see that. That's obviously, this is going to come out wrong totally, but those guys have done a heck of a job getting where they are. But I grew up with them, like
Yeah.
and we all came up together, and then I just completely fell off the mountain, completely, and I'm still very, very far off from them, and but that's my goal. My goal is to get back there competing against those guys one day again. It would be pretty cool story.
So this is kind of a big picture question, because often in this sport, when you talk about those guys, we talk about weapons, right, and how you get to that next level.
Yep.
Your weapon is not something that's just easily you could point to, right?
100%.
Because it's your variety and the way you can disrupt people. That's kind of a hard thing to describe, isn't it? But that's what allows you to be great again.
And like, to be completely honest with you, when you say, like, people say, oh, you have so much variety, you have, like, that's foreign to me. I don't know what that is. It's just the way that I've been taught the game, and it's just so natural for me that, like, I don't even know what that even means. I understand that I can slice, I can hit any shot, I have variety and stuff, but like you said, weapons is going to be a huge thing. But I think I'll figure it out. I think obviously serves needs to get better, fitness needs to get better, everything needs to get better. So
Serve's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, serve's gotten better.
It's gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, where does that come from?
Just mindset again, just having that right mindset and just going after it. I had some help. I had Salzenstein help me a little bit with the serve, just to do some corrections, and he's obviously a genius brain, and then some other people as well. So honestly, just practice and trying to get better.
Seems like you've got a hell of a lot of people giving you some pretty damn good advice, Koz.
I've been super lucky. I've always been super lucky to spend time around good people.
Yeah.
And
yet you still hang out with me. It's weird.
Hey, we hung out before the match today for about 20 minutes, like scrambling to warm up.
All right, Koz, I have to ask you, obviously,
Sure.
the Australian Open Wildcard Challenge.
Yeah.
I know you knew that match yesterday was a big one.
Yes.
Now you are firmly in the lead after the win today.
Yes.
How are you approaching it? Obviously, there's still one result for both you and JJ, and
So
also
it's
Max.
3 out of 4
It's
tournaments.
3 out of 4.
Max who?
Cressy.
What did he win?
Semi-final and final in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my God. Wow.
So there's a
didn't know
third.
that.
Yeah, I didn't actually know it until
Where's
2
he
days
playing?
ago. He was in the final of Ekental today.
Is that in Europe?
Yeah.
Wow. That guy's is a beast.
He is.
He's such a good player.
How do you approach it? Because, listen, there's one more result that has to be tacked on over the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
How are you going to do it, especially considering you have to play Vukic again?
Yeah, I was very I was disappointed to see Vukic again first round. He's a tough player for sure, and not someone you want to play back-to-back matches. But regardless, I didn't know about the wild card thing until the Tennis Atlantic guy bombarded me with questions about it.
Okay.
And I knew it obviously always at these tournaments we have that competition, but for whatever reason I just kind of didn't think about it and forgot about it in a way. And naturally that's the way I want to think about it. I want to forget about it. I want to just do my best every day, because thinking about that stuff completely paralyzes most humans, and it doesn't help, right? Like obviously playing JJ yesterday, I know that there's a little extra on the line. I try to have more energy. I try to execute more, but at the end of the day, it would be such a cool experience, obviously, to play in a main draw of a slam. I never have, but like I said, there's so much to go, and I'm just focused on the next match, just playing the first point of the next match good. So that's my mindset.
That's a good thing, is you don't have to worry about a new scout. I mean, you've got
What do you mean?
you don't have to worry about a new scout.
Scouting report, absolutely,
Just say, well,
absolutely.
okay, let's do that again.
How many times does that happen? You think?
What's crazy is
It
that
happens a lot, right?
the doubles final is going to be played in the first round too.
No.
Yeah, Blumberg.
That's got to be a
Blumberg.
first, right?
It's not happened in the 8 years I've been doing this. Blumberg,
Sure.
Schnurr, Nielsen, Huey in the first
Wow.
round. Just
There's
like you
definitely
two.
been at what these challengers. There's definitely
Yes.
been a singles finals first round before though.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
But yeah, I've never seen it where it's in both.
Okay. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
The odds of that happening are crazy.
No, that's absurd. I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so
for sure.
it makes it easy for me too. So I'm happy
Yeah.
about that.
What did you think of the match today, Mike?
What did I think?
Yeah.
I don't think you ever let him get comfortable.
Yeah.
He never. I said maybe midway through the second, like there were maybe a handful of times where he had 3 forehands in a row in that ad corner.
Yeah.
And he never. You kept making him work.
Yeah.
And even when you were going to deuce patterns, it was pulling him out wide, so
Correct.
he didn't have that ability just to.
Correct.
Okay, I want to get back over there. It was just so disruptive.
Yeah.
It was a dominant performance in that regard.
Yeah,
And you served very well again.
Served very well again. You know, I think that there were certain, like if you look back at that match, there were certain points of the match where if he executes, we have a different match completely.
Probably.
Like first set 4-2, he had 3 break points.
Yes.
That's back on serve.
4.
Second set, 4. Okay, second set, he must have had at least, I mean, love 30 last game.
Yeah,
He had chances to, this match could have been 4-4 the other way if he executes.
Yeah, he's going to, for him, I think the returns game, especially in that ad corner, is going to be a real big progression step
I
for
thought
him.
when he came out, I thought I think he was really trying to establish physicality and long points and getting money. But then I think he got away from it. I don't know what,
That's because of you, though.
But we play, it's because of certain, that's because I made him uncomfortable, right. But I'm sure he still could have done it. I think maybe he realized that, look, that's not going to maybe work today.
The thing is,
like with Kubler, like, come on. Like
Yeah.
with Kubler, we were having, what, like 30 ball rallies
Yes.
at one point.
Well, and they're very tight. I mean,
Yeah.
so Aleks was watching that match in particular and had it in his head that
Yes.
you had that kind of a performance against him with Kubler willing to grind that long.
Yeah, so totally. I think that's huge for me because, you know, guys always want to have a plan of attack for sure. So,
Kaz, I went through and looked at some pictures. Me and you in Maui in 2015. Me and you in Sacramento the fall before. I mean, we both look like babies and been through hell over the last couple of years. So it's nice to be able to celebrate just for a couple minutes out here with you.
thank you, man. You know, I've got much love for you and always want to put my best performance in front of you. I don't know if it's just because I was a young 14-year-old watching Mike see tennis on my iPhone, but I always appreciate playing in front of you. I know you always say very knowledgeable stuff about the game.
Most
so
of the time. Every once in a
most
while, I
of the
get some
time,
things
yeah,
wrong.
exactly. So we appreciate everything you do, man.
All right, that's Stefan Kozlov, our champion here in Charlottesville, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow from Knoxville. Any last words for the folks on Twitch?
All right, go Dolphins.